Few weeks back, we were invited to a pediatric medical workshop at Jaipur. Yes, you heard it right, Jaipur, the capital of the largest state of India, Rajasthan, the pink city which stands as a jewel in the crown of the Golden Triangle, alongside Delhi and Agra. The we comprised of 3 Uluberia doctors, myself, Dr. Dibyendu Chakraborty, along with my 2 brothers, Dr. Debashish Mishra and Dr. Subhamay Karan, both esteemed pediatricians of Uluberia. We set out excitedly, boarded flight from Kolkata and landed at Jaipur at around 3:30 p.m. Our 2 full-day workshops were scheduled next day and the day after. So, as planned earlier, we hastily filled our bellies and sneaked out of hotel to roam around. This legendary city of the Rajputs had so much to offer, while our free time was extremely limited. Let's see how much could we cover in bits and pieces. We decided to start with the famous Mahal. So we boarded Jaipur Metro, alighted at Bari Chopar station and walked over to the Mahal entry ticket counter. Palace of Winds or Mahal stands tall as an iconic symbol of Jaipur's architectural brilliance. The Mahal is a palace built from red and pink sandstone in 1799 by Maharaja Savai Pratap Singh, grandson of Maharaja Savai Jai Singh. It was designed by architect Lal Chand Ustad. Its 5-floor exterior is akin to a honeycomb with 953 small windows called jharokhas, decorated with intricate lattice work. The original intent of the lattice design was a kind of architectural veil to allow royal ladies to observe everyday life and festivals celebrated in the street below without being seen. This architectural feature also allowed abundant cool air to form a venturi effect while passing through, thus making the whole palace more pleasant during the high temperatures in summer. Many people see the Mahal from the street view and think it is the front of the palace, but actually it is the back. Its cultural and architectural heritage is a reflection of a fusion of Hindu Rajput architecture and Islamic Mughal architecture. The cooling effect in Mahal was enhanced by the fountains provided at strategic points. It is often identified as the world's tallest building constructed without a foundation. Of course, it looked wonderful during daytime, but after nightfall, it turned to a magical glow, which we would present a bit later. After Mahal, we intended to see the Jal Mahal and were asking the local people about directions when one helpful traffic sergeant pointed us to a public bus number 34 and said it would go there straight. Debashish didn't think twice and all of us boarded bus number 34 in no time. It was small, very crowded and utterly uncomfortable. But still, this decision of riding a Jaipur public bus charmed all of us and took us back to the memories of our school and college days. Another doctor from our workshop team, Dr. Shomen Bor from Huldia, also went along with us in this journey. When we alighted from the bus, everyone was in glee, but Shomen was furious for availing such a cumbersome ride. And it became a funny issue, both to and fro, three of us and Shomen, for the rest of our tour. And from that moment, instead of our original 3 members, we actually became 4. Jal Mahal, or the Water Palace, standing amidst the center of Man Sagar Lake. The palace, when you first look at it, will give you the illusion of almost floating atop the lake, and that is the moment when this sight takes your breath away. It was built in 1799 by Maharaja Savai Pratap Singh, whose idea behind building this palace was to use it as a hunting lodge for his duck shooting adventures and not as a palace to stay. Initially, Jal Mahal's 4 floors were not submerged, but after a severe drought in the area, local administration had to dig a water body, and this made those floors of the 5-story Jal Mahal to permanently go down under the water level. From some time back, Jal Mahal is owned and managed by few businessmen close to Mr. Ashok Gehlot, previous Chief Minister of Rajasthan, and is close to public entry. So, this area around has become a safe haven for migratory and other birds. Still, a mere view of Jal Mahal after sunset from a distance would make you content with the calmness of its colors along with the serenity of the dusk. I changed to a high aperture lens and captured those moments of tranquility. Darkness had already descended when we could ultimately take our eyes off the Jal Mahal and were in a sort of dilemma whether to proceed for the light and sound show at Amer Fort or return back to the hotel. Still, we proceeded hopefully, and after 1 or 2 hiccups, reached and took seats at the proper venue.
This flag continued to adorn Jaipur till the Indian tricolour was instituted. As the governor of Bengal, Man Singh defeated the Raja of Jashore and returned with the idol of goddess Shela Devi. After Man Singh, Mirza Raja Jai Singh succeeded the throne of Amer at the mere age of 10. He kept alive the embers of the Kachwaha dynasty.
Light and Sound Show at Amer Fort is a historical audio-visual narrative about the Rajput rulers, their interactions with the Mughals, and eventual founding of the city of Jaipur. It was a brilliant show of colorful, eye-catching lights along with captivating vocal narrations and matching songs, sound effects with the majestic Amer Fort in the backdrop.
नहीं पराग नहीं मधुर मधु नहीं विकास इहि काल अली कली ही सौ बंध्यो आगे कौन हवा
During the reign of Emperor Aurangzeb, the Marathas, a strong Deccan clan known for their tactical warfare, were gradually escalating attacks on Delhi and Rajasthan. When Aurangzeb's army failed to capture the Maratha warrior Shivaji, the emperor commissioned Mirza Raja Jai Singh to engage him. Remember her too. And she was remembered. 1954. Amer's doors were finally thrown ajar for the public.
होंगे राजे राजकुंवर हम, बिगड़े दिल शहजादे, बिगड़े दिल शहजादे, हम सिंहासन पर जा बैठे, जब जब करे इरादे, जब जब करे इरादे.
Amer now belonged to the people, and the people belonged to Amer.
हिंदुस्तान की सतरंगी दस्तार है रे राजस्थान, हिंदुस्तान की सतरंगी दस्तार है रे राजस्थान. सदियों लंबा साफा इसका, सदियों लंबा साफा इसका, पचरंगी पहचान. पधारो राजस्थान, पधारो राजस्थान, पधारो राजस्थान, पधारो राजस्थान.
रात को जब पुरवाई आकर आंचल फेरती है,
करवट लेकर सो जाता है, ओ, करवट लेकर सो जाता है पूरा रेगिस्तान. पधारो राजस्थान, पधारो राजस्थान, पधारो राजस्थान, पधारो राजस्थान.
कुंवरी चीर खराइए माँ हरी, कुंवरी चीर खराइए माँ, कुंवर रबा में जाशा बजरी, कुंवर रबा में जाशा.
Well, we have covered a handful in the very first evening of our tour and called it a day.
Amer Forte, light and sound.
While returning back to hotel, we stopped for a nighttime glimpse of Hawa Mahal, which was truly mesmerizing. We got inside the Bari Chopar metro station to buy tickets for return journey to the nearest metro station to our hotel. Do you know what's its name? It's named as railway station, as if the other metro stations were bus stations or police stations. Ha ha ha. The Jantar Mantar Jaipur is a collection of 19 astronomical instruments built by the Rajput king Sawai Jai Singh,
অত টাইম আছে কি?
the founder of Jaipur, Rajasthan. The monument was completed in 1734. It features the world's largest stone sundial and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The instruments allow the observation of astronomical positions with the naked eye. The monument features instruments operating in each of the three main classical celestial coordinate systems: the horizon zenith local system, the equatorial system, and ecliptic system. The name Jantar is derived from yantra, a Sanskrit word meaning instrument, machine, and mantar from mantrana, also a Sanskrit word meaning consult or calculate. Therefore, Jantar Mantar literally means calculating instrument. The observatory consists of 19 instruments for measuring time, predicting eclipses, tracking location of major stars as the Earth orbits around the Sun, ascertaining the declinations of planets, and determining the celestial altitudes and related ephemerides. The Vedas mention astronomical terms, measurement of time, and calendar, but do not mention any astronomical instruments. The gnomon, or the measuring instruments of rotation of sun, called Shonku, found at Jantar Mantar, might be the first comprehensive instrument mentioned in the first millennium BCE, Vedangas, and other books.
কিন্তু সেই বয়স তাহলে সেই যুগের ভারতের কি সাংঘাতিক ইয়ে ছিল, অন্যরকম লাগে। তুললাম এটা, ওদিক দিয়ে ঢুকেছি কিন্তু এইটাই মেন।
Jantar Mantar is managed under the Archaeological Sites and Monuments Act of Rajasthan since 1961 and protected as a national monument of Rajasthan since 1968. The city palace, just opposite to the Jantar Mantar, is a royal residence and former administrative headquarters of the rulers of the Jaipur state. It now houses the Maharaja Savai Mansingh II Museum and continues to be the home of the Jaipur royal family. As a point of relevance, Princess Diya Kumari is the current Deputy Chief Minister of Rajasthan. Curtailing our morning outing, we hastily went back to our hotel. To attend the first session of our scheduled pediatric seminar. And it went very well.
Immunity in terms of various organisms and diseases, and mental aptitude and immunity. When we are discussing about early child nutrition, which is nutrition in first 1,000 days of
After a buffet lunch, the second session started and we attended that one as well. Just prior to the closing of day one's workshop, we four skirted out again from the hall and hotel to resume our Jaipur exploration. It was as if we went back to our college days when students skipped classes often for some fun-filled activities. The Albert Hall Museum in Jaipur is the oldest museum of the state and functions as the State Museum of Rajasthan, India, and is a fine example of Indo-Saracenic architecture. It is also called the Government Central Museum, named after King Edward VII, Albert Edward, during whose visit to the city its foundation stone was laid. After entering the museum, we knew that photography was not permitted with dedicated cameras, and so we shot few snaps by our mobile phones. The Patria Gate in Jaipur is a famous monument and tourist attraction in the capital city of Rajasthan. Located 30 minutes outside of the city center, and many believe it to be one of the most photographed spots in all of India. While the gate is just one of the many architectural wonders in Jaipur, the opulent design is genuinely awe-inspiring, and the vibrant and intricate walkways serve as a true reflection of Rajasthani culture. The Patria Gate is now the 9th gate of Jaipur and was named after a local news company called Patria. Each architectural element and design in the gate is unique and not repeated. Battles and wars comprise an integral part of the history of princely Rajput states, and the facade of Patria Gate is flanked by such figures of elephants, horses and soldiers, and is an important representation associated with the valor of the princely states of Rajasthan. The color pink is said to be associated with hospitality. So, in 1876, when Prince of Wales was invited to visit Jaipur city, Maharaja Ram Singh directed the whole city to be painted with pink color to welcome the prince. It's said that Prince Albert nicknamed Jaipur the Pink City, and the name stuck. Since then, the name Pink City came into existence. Continuing the trend and keeping the charm of the historic era alive, all the state buildings and historical places of Jaipur city are still painted with pink color. The Pink City is a testament to the royal heritage of Rajasthan, known for its magnificent palaces, vibrant bazaars and imposing forts. Such one fort is Jagar Fort. The fort is 10 kilometers away from Jaipur city. Jagar Fort is situated on the promontory called Chilkatila, Hill of Eagles, of the Aravalli range. It overlooks the Amer Fort and Mahota Lake near Amer in Jaipur, Rajasthan, India. The fort was built by Mirza Raja Jai Singh in 1726 to protect the Amer Fort and was named after him. Jagar Fort and Amer Fort are connected by subterranean passages and considered as one complex. The Jagar Fort, located on one of the peaks of Aravalli range of hills, is built about 400 meters above the Amer fort. It provides an excellent view of Aravalli hills and the Amer fort down below. Amer was known in the ancient and medieval period as Dhundar, meaning attributed to a sacrificial mount in the western frontiers, which was ruled by Minas before 10th century AD. What is known in the present day as Jagar Fort was actually the main defensive structure rather than the palace itself. The two structures are interconnected by a series of encompassing fortifications and ruled by the Kachwahas from the 10th century onwards. The fort is highly fortified with thick walls of red sandstone and is spread over a layout plan with a length of 3 kilometers and a width of 1 kilometer. There are two temples within the fort precincts. One is the Ram Harihar temple of the 10th century and the other one is the Kal Vairab temple of 12th century. The architectural features are of Indo-Persian style with cyclopean walls built with dressed stone and plastered with lime mortar. এই তো
এইটা তো রাজারা এখানে সেই সময়টা তো আমার তো এখানে থিয়েটার হতো না, বসতো পুরো রানী বসতো। রানীদের কেউ দেখতে হবে না, কিন্তু রানী সব দেখতে হবে।
Those days you collected water on top roof or according to the drop to the level of like 20 and the higher temperature also they will make it cool. Water stored on top roof or drop to that according cooler on the left or right ventilation. Then we'll look at the heat piping system. 4 bedrooms. So in left or in the right one there is elephant carriages. We're still using 24/7 welcome ceremony. Or 6 years ago we came from there. So in India,
রামের চালানো রয়েছে ওখানে।
Kachwa means the father of Princess of Jaipur. From course, from Amer he was 49. In the 41 he was adopted the daughters. Display of the dining that's artificial. Just traditional this article. Those days, how they would took the lunch. A cooking was there. Kitchen.
ऐसा क्या चीज है?
New restaurant. Or later than City Palace, the Queens of Jaipur was used in Tiger Fort. Last time. The many kings, they had that many queens before 1947, but up to 1947, under law can't be many more. If you like your picture with this view, background nice from here, like that, I will click at you. Amer is Khan. Sorry? Amer you will be going there. She will come with that. Okay. Kabul mein tujhe kabul. During that song, Sri Devi from the left down to right, up at the 3 door. They would together song to the long up at the 3 door.
It has an impressive square garden within it. A central watchtower on a raised ground provides excellent vistas of the surrounding landscape. Actually, Jagar Fort was built and used as a fortified place for the king, members of royal family, cabinet ministers, other important staffs, and overall safety of the power structure of the kingdom, who used to arrive here from Amer or Nahargarh forts via interconnected pathways during any periods of unrest or war.
इनको पूरा जयपुर दिखेगा चारों मेर खिल चला नीचे उतरेंगे नहीं मोबाइल लेके लगी रहेंगे.
We visited the Shish Mahal, a palace of colored mirrors where photography was prohibited, and Nahargarh Fort or Nahargarh, which was actually a palace for the king and his 9 queens.
चलो एक बार खुद नहीं हो.
It's better described as a condominium with separate full-fledged apartment complexes for the 9 queens and the king himself.
এটা বড় রানী क्या रे तू रानी है रानी ये तो रानी का कमरा है क्या करते हो इधर ये रानी का कमरा है ना अपने को रानी समझते हो The complex also has a guard wall and step-welled water reservoir system. We didn't have time to visit the Amer fort and rather had to rush back to the hotel for lunch and checking out. Quite amusingly, among the workshop team members, we were the last to check out. Last but not the least, our venue of workshop and stay at Jaipur, chosen by the organizers,
deserves a worthy mention. Inspired by the imposing architecture of Rajasthan's traditional Havelis and located in the heart of the city, ITC Rajputana provided us with a feeling to immerse in the romance and majesty of the royal era. The elegant red brick exterior encompasses a central atrium around which the various levels rise gracefully. Long corridors, secluded courtyards, and the tinkle of fountains recall times long past. Infused with this style is the modern, uncluttered look and feel, with a pool, multiple seminar and dining halls, including open-air food courts, spacious rooms, all designed exquisitely. We reached Jaipur airport, thanked our organizers, and boarded our flight back to Kolkata. As our plane took off, amidst the orange-red glow of the setting sun, and flew towards the glowing city lights of Kolkata, every one of us vowed silently within that it was not at all enough. We would go back to Jaipur and Rajasthan again with our families and must visit this treasure trove in detail soon.